The night I gave the ring back, she wasn't home. She was out with him. I know that because she wanted me to know. She had stopped hiding things weeks ago, stopped pretending, stopped even offering weak excuses. Instead, she leaned into it, posting pictures where his hand hovered just a little too low on her back, tagging locations I used to take her, laughing in videos like she'd just discovered happiness for the first time. We had been engaged for 8 months, together for 4 years, and apparently replaceable in 4 weeks. The shift had been gradual at first, a new co-worker she mentioned too often, late meetings that ran longer, text messages she smiled at and then angled away from me. When I asked, she'd sigh like I was inconveniencing her. "He's just a friend." "You're overthinking." "Why are you always so insecure?" I started doubting myself. Maybe I was insecure. Maybe I was imagining the way her voice softened when she said his name. Until the night she didn't come home. She texted at 1:14 a.m. Staying at Mia's, too tired to drive. The problem was, Mia had posted a story at a concert 2 hours away. I didn't respond. I didn't call her out. I just waited. The next evening, she came home with a glow I hadn't seen in months. She didn't apologize, didn't explain. Just kicked off her heels and asked what was for dinner like nothing had shifted. I watched her move around our kitchen, my kitchen technically, since I had bought the condo before we met, and felt something inside me detach. A quiet click, like a switch flipping off. 3 days later, she finally said it. "I think I need space." Space. The coward's word for I've already stepped out. I nodded. "From what?" "From us," she said gently, as if she were comforting me. I almost admired the performance. "Is there someone else?" I asked. She hesitated just long enough to answer the question. "I don't know what's going to happen," she said, which meant yes. She started staying out more openly after that. No more fake sleepovers at Mia's, no more elaborate lies. She didn't confirm it, but she didn't deny it either. One night, as she got ready to leave, I noticed she was wearing the engagement ring. The ring I had saved for 6 months to buy. The ring I picked after listening to her casually mention she loved oval cuts. She slipped it on like it was just jewelry. "Are you really wearing that?" I asked. She looked down at her hand, then back at me. "It's still mine." That stung. Not because of the ring, because of what it meant. She was keeping her options open, testing the waters, holding on to security while chasing excitement. I stopped sleeping in our bed after that. 2 weeks later, she made it official. "I'm seeing him," she said, standing in the living room like she expected applause for honesty. "While we're engaged?" I asked. "I told you I needed space." "That's not space," I replied. "That's overlap." She rolled her eyes. "You're being dramatic." That was the moment I knew it was over. Not when she cheated, not when she lied, but when she minimized it. That night she got dressed up. Black dress, the one I loved, the one she wore on our anniversary last year. "Going out?" I asked flatly. "Yes." "With him?" She didn't answer, just grabbed her purse. At the door she paused. "I'll probably stay at his place," she added casually. And then she left. I stood there in the silence. 4 years, reduced to a scheduling update. I walked into the bedroom and opened the small wooden box in my drawer. Inside was the ring's certificate, warranty papers, and the original receipt. I stared at it for a long time. Then I did something I probably should have done weeks earlier. I took the ring off the dresser where she had left it while showering that morning. She had stopped wearing it consistently once things with him became public. Sometimes it was on. Sometimes it wasn't. Symbolic of everything else. I held it in my palm. It looked smaller than I remembered. I didn't feel rage. I felt clarity. I drove to her favorite restaurant downtown, the one she had posted about earlier. Sure enough, through the window, I saw her. Laughing, leaning across the table, his hand resting comfortably over hers. She wasn't wearing the ring. Of course she wasn't. I didn't go inside. I wasn't there to make a scene. I was there to close something. I walked to the hostess stand and asked for an envelope and a pen, slipped the ring inside, wrote her name on the front. Then I asked the hostess to deliver it to her table. "Is there a message?" she asked politely. I thought for a moment. "Yes," I said. I wrote 3 words. "Set him free." I paid the hostess $50 to make sure it reached her personally. Then I walked out. I didn't wait to see her reaction. Didn't need to. About 10 minutes later, my phone exploded. Call after call. Text after text. "What is this? Are you serious right now? You embarrassed me." I finally answered one call. "You sent the ring to the restaurant?" she demanded, whisper yelling. "Yes." "What is wrong with you?" "I figured you didn't need it anymore," I said calmly. "You seemed busy." She went silent for a second. "You could have just given it to me at home." "No," I replied. "That would have implied we were still engaged." More silence. Then, "You're being petty." I laughed softly. "No. Petty would have been walking inside." She inhaled sharply. "He thinks you're unstable," she snapped. "That's fine," I said. "He can think whatever he wants. He's your problem now." The shift in tone happened then. "What do you mean?" "I mean," I said evenly, "you don't get to keep me as a backup plan anymore." "I wasn't." "You were," I cut in. "You kept the ring because it felt safe. Because if this didn't work out, you could walk back home." She didn't deny it. "I'm not home anymore," I continued. "Your stuff will be packed when you get back." "You're kicking me out?" she asked, disbelief creeping in. "It's my condo," I said. "And you chose." Her voice softened. "Are you really throwing us away like this?" That question almost made me doubt myself. Almost. But then I pictured her across that table, smiling at him the way she used to smile at me. "I'm not throwing us away," I said quietly. "You already did. I'm just refusing to hold the trash." She hung up on me. I didn't call back. That night, I packed her things carefully. Not out of anger, out of closure. Clothes in boxes, shoes in bags, photos set aside. I placed the empty ring box on top. When she returned past midnight, she didn't knock. She used her key. She walked in, saw the boxes, and froze. "You're serious?" she said softly. "Yes." For a moment she looked unsure, like the reality was heavier than she expected. "He asked me to move in," she said suddenly. I nodded. "Then you won't need these for long." She searched my face for hesitation. There wasn't any. The power dynamic had shifted. Not because I yelled, not because I begged, but because I let go. She left that night with 2 suitcases, no ring, no backup, no safety net. A week later, I heard through mutual friends that things with him were already complicated. I didn't ask for details. It didn't matter. Giving back the ring wasn't about revenge. It was about self-respect. She thought I'd cling to hope, fight for her, compete. Instead, I handed her freedom in a small white envelope. And in doing that, I finally got mine.